Greetings. The far reaches of the galaxy comes to you via HTTP. Music production session 93. In this exciting episode, we'll be making soft sounds. Soft, very soft sounds. As soft as possible. Hello. Hello, Sextor. When you're not tired, okay, that's good. I'm looking for soft sounds. Because I always get hard sounds and I've changed my mind. No sound detected, it says it's because I haven't changed it to desktop mode. It shouldn't have been out. Yep. You tried to Ableton earlier? Oh yeah? How did that go? Is it? Sorry, what are you used to? Oh yeah, yeah. Use FL, right? That's interesting, that, yeah. Yeah. Different flavor of sequencer. I bet it does some things in quicker, and I bet it does I bet it lends itself to a different creative process where you get different things out of it. I nearly went back to Cubase a few years ago. Why did I want to? I can't remember why. Because it improved a bit. And I've also got loads of really old projects in Cubase and I wanted to load some up. That's a lot of hassle. Just to dig up the past. Wasn't that bothered about it, but just need like soft, like a brushed kick drum. You wouldn't be able to use a snare brush on a kick drum now, would you, to get a brush sound of a kick? You'd need to brush it with something a little bit heavier, like a mop head or something. Splatter it with a wet mop head. It sounds like something no one's done and I should do it. I don't have a kick drum big enough. I don't have a kick drum. The most features and confusing AI. I just think it's easy. It just makes it easy once you know how it works. It did take me a kind of a year to unlearn Cubase. Did take a while. Different way of working, innit? But so would be the move for me from here now to FL Studio. I have tried to do it before. Because I've got a friend who came around and showed me some stuff, and I was just like, you can route that to there and modulate that with that like that easily. So for sound design, people say Ableton's great for sound design, but if you can do that extra routing in FL, that would be different. Maybe it should have both tools. Maybe I should get FL on here just to make, I don't know, to see if you can help me with one of my weak points, or whether it can encourage creativity in the stuff that I'm usually don't do much. Well, I haven't done much of. Like, I don't know, atmospheres. That's kind of something I feel like I haven't done enough of. You know, Bucket, it is, isn't it? XO is good. Uses analog. Mike Dean uses Ableton, but uses analog synths on the outboard, yeah. Click the button on top right to change view. Oh yeah, there's that, the view. Fucking hell, it's been so long since I started learning Ableton. I forget what it's like for a newbie now. I'm just going for the softest kicks I can find. Softest everything, actually. There's a reason, because I want my music to sound I think it's really easy to make everything sound hard. So if you start with hard sounds, then I'm trying to solve my future problem in every track that I make, that I have like too many harsh sounds that are fighting for space. So, and it's really fun starting off with the hardest, loudest sound you can find, and I've always done it that way. But this is something I've wanted to try for quite some time now. And there's a track behind the inspiration for this. It's a similar tune. I forgot what it's called, but it's really cool. And if one thing I've noticed about it, it's got like a classic drum break in it, and it just sounds really soft. It sounds like it's not just had all the high end and the harsh mids taken out. It's possibly had soothe too, taking out some of the resonances to make it nice, to make it technically less harsh sounding. But also, I think the transients have been removed, or a slow attack on every single percussive hit, one or the other. It's basically what a transient shape is doing anyway. If you turn down the transients and just have the sustain part of the drum, you just have all these like sort of soft drums. So it was ages ago I listened to that and noticed that, and I was like, I need to do that. I need to like, next time I get round to making tunes that I don't have to finish by a deadline, which is now, from now in the free zone again, where the pressure is gone for now. I have a gig in July. So I want to make more stuff for that. But after doing that gig on Friday, my mind was like, what do we do now? For days, I couldn't make anything, and I don't like that. And the reason why that happens is because I do so much. I genuinely need a break, because I've kind of started to burn out a bit. But it feels like I'm despairing because I don't have all my other hobbies and pursuits that I did have before. I'm so out of the picture now. I can't even dream of loading up a game anymore, because I don't have any time to do it. It's music or sleep. So if I don't have any idea of what to fucking load a sequence for, I'm despairing. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't want to sleep right now. I should just go for a walk, but I can't go for a walk either, because the kids are in bed, and if they wake up I need to be there. I don't know how to explain it, but the first thing I made in Logic sounds like actual industry standard. That's good. I think Logic seems to, like, sometimes it just works for you, you know? The way things are laid out, the way the designer of the program expects a user to use it in a way that gets good results, and you actually falling into that natural kind of, you know, sequence. Yeah, kind of makes sense, and it looks pretty. Like Logic looks really pretty, and so does FL. And I don't think Ableton does. I think it looks to me it's still the most efficient interface, but it just doesn't look as nice as FL Studio. Just doesn't. Cyclop. Hi James, by the way. Wagwan. Cyclop. Yes, I did use Cyclop on one of the tunes that I played on Friday. Actually, there was an unusual tune that I made at 140, with some auto tune vocals in it of my own voice, and I used. Oh wait, no, it wasn't that track. It was another track. Maybe it was. Oh, I can't remember. But yes, I have J Brooms. It's very interesting, isn't it? It's so alien. Like it's such a different approach to synthesis. I love it. Yeah, I think it's really good. I think I might load it in a minute actually. I'll just save this because I can't remember what it's like. Right. I need a word beginning with D. D. Dow. Deuce. Deuce. What the fuck? Sorry, I didn't know that was a word. Deuce. Quiet or calm. Yeah. Fucking perfect word. Right. Because I'm choosing all quiet samples. If you've just tuned in, I'm going down a different path. Quiet as possible. There's only so quiet a kick drum can actually be. Epic, haven't used it, nothing but good things. It's free, isn't it, Cyclop? The mouse, mouse, sorry, I forgot to turn it on. Oh, did I just do Control Z? Redirect file preferences. Oh no, what have I done? Alright, it's back again. That was weird. Control, there we go. Thank you for letting me know. Free is free, yeah. Which is even more amazing. But yeah, if you don't know, Jay Burns has just mentioned Cyclop, which is a free VST, and it is proper weird. I reckon it's good for making pads. Control OS. Here we go. So we're going to load it. Cyclop. It's got a good name in it. Cyclops. That's what it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, right. So weirdest shit you'll ever see. Right, how shall I fucking do this? Because I want it to be, if it's visible on your bottom screen there. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this. Maybe I'll just make it that size. Who knows? Right. I have really great presets to begin with as well. So, how to use this? Let's have a look at the preset I made. Not Garage. What is this? Okay, that sounds dodge. Right. I'm just going to play with it as if I've seen it for the first time, because I've not been on it for a bit. Let's just go to init. Okay, even that sounds. It's got info at the bottom. It says this was resynthesized based on sample sinewave.wav. So, oh yeah, so what you do, the way you start with this synth is you drag a sound into it. Well, you can do, you can use one of the presets or just fuck away with a preset, but it kind of encourages you to sort of drop your own sound in. So I'm going to drop in, just so happens, I'm going to drop a really weird one and it's probably going to sound shit actually. That one or... this atmosphere sound, which would... That atmosphere sound probably won't work. Let's try this thing. This is kind of like, I made this as a drum and bass bass. Let's drop that in. And this, oh, okay. First of all, there's two synthesis engines. I have no idea. Let's do it in version 2 this time because I didn't know what I tried version 1 last time. Right. Steve. How you doing, Steve? Hammered. So yeah, what it's done, it's read the WAV file and turned it into I think it's layers. I think it's 5 layers. It extracts information and turns it into 5 layers to try so that the sound you put in, it's now got it in its own manipulatable kind of thing. It's now it's captured in a way that it can now manipulate with all these modulators here. So the kind of WAV, what's this? The position of the WAV. See, it's going around in time. So you can. That's controlled by LFO1. So if you click LFO1, you can see the position of the LFO is turning that white wave thing around. So if I speed up the LFO, I think you can guess what will happen. Not a bad resynthesis. It's not exactly a complex sound, is it, to resynthesize? Alright, Steve. Load it. It uses AI. Yeah, I mean, like, AI is like a term. There's no actual machine intelligence. I mean, you have to prompt it, don't you? But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it uses sort of like a machine learning, probably the sonic model or something. I have no idea what I used to call it. So yeah, I'll call it AI. Alright, so there's the sound. I'd be interested to see what this does. So this one, when I hover over it, you might not be able to see it because it appears down here where this is. It says this transformer makes the timbre more saw-like. So I guess it's making all those would be like sine waves more like saws. This transformer modifies the timbre by mangling the phase and produces a string-like timbre. It sounds horrible. This one, brass timbre. Please tell me how to say it. Can you automate third-party plugins? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. With this magic button here, you just press configure and then that appears for whatever setting you want to control. And then you can obviously add a lane, or you can just start recording automation and then find it in a lane and edit it. So that's brass. This one is square like. You can definitely hear the square there, can't you? That sounds... It's almost an improvement. It adds a really interesting... What's this one? Similar to classical oscillator sync. That would sound better with that one. Could make a good foghorn, that. This one adds dirt and noise, which is the last thing I want. This one purifies the signal into a wind instrument towards a sine wave. That is... Let's move the position. Okay, top row. Applies frequency modulation to the iris. Okay. This one is harmonic ratio. Adds harmonics, this one. But just look how weird it's not a dial, it's a fucking lattice. What the hell? Definitely adds a bit, it's like a bit like AM. This one animates the signal. It's a bit weird, that one, don't get it. This allows suppressed temporal layers. Oh, okay. That switches the... That's really interesting. And then this one smooths the temporal layers of the iris. Yeah, so that's that. Does that make any sense? I kind of want to make a pad while I'm in here, so it's got some nice effect section. Let's go put shimmer. Very big. I only want soft sounds, right, but I'm going to just saturate this. Just a bit. Only a bit. Filter, I don't think we need a filter, do we? For now. But I think this is too big. Let's get reverb instead. Clouds? What's that? Still massive. Bro is not using Valhalla Supermassive. Louis. I think when you find out how to automate stuff, it's like a whole world opens suddenly. A whole whole new world. Like, because there's the possibilities, the temporal possibilities. Could definitely make some really weird sounds. Yeah, definitely, Jay. Volume Mouse, OBS. There's a couple of plugins called. I made a video on how to do it actually. It's on YouTube and on TikTok. I forgot what they are now. One's called OBS Zoom to Mouse, and the vertical plugin as well. But yeah, I made a how to. Just get asked a lot. Good luck. It's been a while, but TikTok will finally put you back on my For You page. Yay! No way. I wonder why. I wonder if it's because I'm live streaming today. Because I missed yesterday, and then before that I missed like 2-3 days. Needed a break from just making music. I was like despairing after doing a gig. I was like, what do I do now? After doing the gig, I was like, what was I even doing? Like, this is such a weird sound. I don't know what to do with it. Let's play with the LFO because this determines the position of the wave. It's a bit like a wavetable, but with multiple layers of harmonics that are played simultaneously. That's what I want to make tonight. It's the weirdest stuff I can. I don't have to try. All I need to do is like just set a few rules. Such I was gonna do 5/4, but before I do a 5/4 one, I just want to play with a few sounds. I wish I could. It's too late now. Will it work? Will it work? Come on, give me results. No, it won't work. Retroactive record for the previous bit I did when I wasn't thinking. Okay. Vocal sample. That is a really good shout. Yeah, I bet that will sound great. Because vocals are so rich and rich in harmonics and, you know, like relatable. Early, you gotta be up early tomorrow, so do I. Probably at like 7ish. Work wants to do a risk assessment because they need me back in. Are you that risky to have around? Yeah, that's way too fast. That was not the tempo I was playing at. Oh, I was saying. I can't remember what you said you did. All right. Oh, that sounds like a pain in the fracture, that. This is not any kind of music, is it? It's not. No one knows what this is. The moment has gone with that one, with that whatever I was doing there. That fun, weird, like, magical journey through the forest. And I think I'll just go back to making not hard, just one note. Just call it one note. Not help it. So anyway, I got to Zyclop. What was I doing before that? I was only meant to load it up. This is meant to be like soft music. Soft music for soft and hard people, and even medium as well, if you're there. Leon. Again, actually, thanks for saying, thanks for, yeah, it's just, life gets in the way. Also, I was doing a gig, and I was trying to master stuff and mix stuff. Sometimes I'm better off doing it not on the live stream, because I just feel like it's so repetitive sometimes that anyone listening is going to get bored of hearing the same track for 2 hours. But why do I care? The whole point of this is the live stream is supposed to be, when I started out doing it, was so anyone can just watch the process that I go through. And the truth is, that's part of the process. The mixing process is, for me, that stage of finishing a tune is by far the longest. I'm trying to change this by changing better sounds from the start, but there are still some problems that just need weeks and weeks of listening sessions, spaced apart, so your ears have a break and time to forget. So it takes a long time, and so these same tunes were getting played for months. So people might have tuned in and gone, it's this tune again. People are saying good things about them, but like, I like them. That's why I kept working on them. And then I played them out on Friday. They went really well. But I'm back. I'm back. I'm ready to make soft music. So let's make it funkier. Duplicate loop. Sounds quiet. Is it soft, or is it just quiet? If I drop this in now. I was waiting to do that because I chose this bass sound that I'd made ages ago because it sounded kind of soft as well. So the idea is that if you put a load of soft sounds together, it'll work. Oh wait, so not that one. I keep thinking it sounds like you're hungry. Weird that, isn't it? But it's a type of DMB. It's a type of DMB type of bass. If you go back to some what's it called? That's an Andy C. I'm sure it's Andy C. Is it Recharge? Which one? This one? Or this one? No, this one doesn't sound like a fan. It sounds like tummy rumbling. Just tried able to knock the garage tune together in about 15 minutes. Oh, good. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah. The other. Meow. I don't normally play with audio, but yeah, sometimes if you just drop a few good sounds in and line them up, it can sound really good just all of a sudden. Oh, yeah, Leon. Not Probably not tonight. Maybe at the end. I mean, it's midnight now. But I do have a Discord, and a few of us who we've met on this live, we've gone to like share tunes on there, so that there's still a place to like share them where they can get heard. Because it is like I can't really set a schedule for listening to tunes, other people's tunes. It just happens randomly, so you have to be in luck if you're on the live stream. But if you want a little listen, like if you want people to listen to it who've joined the server, it's a good little place, I reckon. Have you put? Yeah, did you put like 2 samples on there? Have you put more on there? I haven't been on there yet. Like a day or so. Just making fart sounds. Do it, Vaders. You're very welcome there. It's if the link is on my link tree. In my link tree. You threw some more into the samples channel. Thanks, James. Homegrown. Oh, do you know what I did today? Had like half an hour, so I got my snare drum out, the good one. In fact, I don't know how bad the other one is, but the one that I bought a long time ago for like 50 quid. I took it to record rim shots. So I've got a rim shot, 80 rim shots now. Let's hear them. All right, one sec. I just forgot, like, they're actually loaded up. The snare sound you can hear is actually a rim shot. Right. What's going on with this now? Why does it sound... Alright. Right, I'm going to do some modulation with this. This is just asking for some modulation. So, LFO2. So this is how you use the routing. I've actually forgotten. It says click and drag. Oh. Okay. And as you can see, that's a nice sine wave there. That it's like fucking 3 octaves too low though. Wait, what is that? Brass. Yeah. I don't know how you change that. I have no idea. Rim shots. We're getting let's just 2-bar this. It's an interesting what they've done with. It's kind of like, I wonder how many LFOs you can have, because I think you could probably have loads more than Serum. It might be capped at 8, but who knows? It looks pretty versatile. Anyway, I'm just going to record one note of this. Don't know if I'll use that later, but right, rim shots. So dining rims. That's what I got lucky with the name. Here they are, one after another. In fact, what's the best way to play these? Load up this and just go through these, okay? Oh, I know a better way of doing this. I color coded the best ones, so that's just a snare. See, these still don't sound much like rim shots at the moment. There we go, there's. Does that sound like a rim shot? It should do, because it is. The green ones are like the ones that I'm probably most likely going to use. Oh shit, oh, just Leon, thank you. Let me just quickly generate. How the fuck do I do it? Oh yeah, invite people. Is that a different link? It says it expires in 7 days. Steve sent me 7 roses and I didn't thank him. He's gone. Send us an invite. Okay, copy. Link tree. I mean, I can't post links on there. I know that much. Oh yeah, it's changed. I don't know why it's changed. No idea. I don't know why it does that. Maybe it says 7 days, but I didn't make that. Oh, maybe no, I didn't make it 7 days ago. It's had 11 clicks. It's probably the most clicks anything has ever had that I've put on Linktree. 6 clicks. I had 7 clicks for that one. Right, that's updated now, I believe. Yeah, it should work now. Miles, thank you. Yeah, it should. Yeah, that should work. But yeah, I'm probably just going to do production and not really listen to anything in this live tonight, but you feel free to post stuff to on the on. I mean, I guess it should be the feed. I don't know. Someone suggested I make these hashtags, but I need to think about samples. Definite promo. I would obviously to drop your release in there, but at the moment we're just talking and posting everything in general. So until I think of some policies, rules, then just fucking whack it wherever you want. But samples definitely, like, if you've got samples, whack them in samples, because that can be a nice resource, can't it? Nice. Got some nice stuff in there. Nice. Right, I'll listen to more of this. Wait. See if there's anything usable. What's this? That I could use now in this project. I mean, I'm sure it could be used for all of it. That sounds good. I like the swingy. Well, the whole jumping. Nice. It's like a flute. Awesome. James gives his permission to use any of these. Drag them in. Where could I send my song for feedback? Maybe we should put that in feedback, but yeah, things will get listened to in general. I think feedback, someone suggested I should create this for the purpose of putting it and having it separate, and having general would just be for chat, but I don't know. You're welcome to post it on general until I come up with a set of rules. Because it could get it already looks kind of chaotic on here with links and stuff on here, but I don't know. I'm still quite new to Discord. So yeah, it's a tough one. I wish I had an answer right now to give you, because you don't want to post on feedback and no one go on there, do you? But if I eventually direct everyone to feedback to send tunes to, because the reason why I'm stuck on this is because I don't know if some people who sent me tunes in a live stream, I think they just wanted to be heard. They're not even asking for feedback. But does that then fall under promo? If you want it to just be heard and you're not bothered about feedback, then it can go. Then it could go in promo. But if you want to hear feedback, then definitely put in feedback. So maybe from now on I should just say put it in either feedback or promo. But like I say, I can't guarantee people will listen to it. I will listen to it. If I say in general everyone should put their tunes in feedback, then I have to because I can just see it at some point. Everything will be everywhere, and I'll be too dizzy with. But yeah, no. For now, I'm not going to deep it too much. Thank you. Link to my Discord random is it's on my link tree, which is in my bio. Just joined. Everyone's got different names. It's well confusing, right? Pretty much everyone, compared to TikTok, has got different names in here. So yeah, should be interesting. Storing two names in your head for someone instead of just one. But we have the capability, so we have brains and stuff. Right. How did you do it? Just joined. Have you not joined yet, Vaders? Oh, you joined. You have joined. Vader's heart. I missed. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, no, if you've not used Discord before, I've seen friends use it, and it's just like a chat thing. It's weird how it's gotten so popular, I think. Yeah, no, give it a few days. Don't rush. Once you've got it on your phone or your computer, then you kind of you've taken the first step. But I'm hoping that if you just click that link in my bio, it will take you, and you'll suddenly be on this server, Terrapastel server. I didn't know what else to call it. It'll probably change name. Right, back to the project. It also needs a bit of... Wait, I know what it needs. Let's get my favourite recorder, which is called... I can never remember the name. It's one of my favourite plugins. Do you know what? I've got the snare drum next to me, and if my voice hits the right note, it resonates, and you can hear the snare. Sounds a bit weird. I let you like both, just that people hear it, but feedback is more important to me than I can improve. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like to give feedback. Actually, no, it doesn't bother me. I can give it in text as well, but I only give it if people ask for it. Because sometimes, like, if no one asks for it, and it's like, oh, fair enough. It's you just want other people to hear it, because when other people hear your music, and only you've heard it, it does something in your brain, doesn't it? You hear stuff that you wouldn't normally hear. As soon as you play it to your mate or whatever, you hear like, oh shit, like the snare's fucked. Every time I went round to my friend's house, well excited with a cassette tape with fucking mad tunes on it, I put it on, and it'd be like, oh, sounds shit. But they weren't producers, so they wouldn't know what to say anyway. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't, they were just being good friends. Yeah, you need constructive criticism, don't you? You don't just need your family and friends to say, "Oh, it's good that." I do say that because encouragement is really important. If I'd had more encouragement, I probably would have put a lot more weird shit out by now. I don't know, but yeah, encouragement is important. Right, I'm gonna compress. Is that what I was gonna do? Oh no, I was gonna use my favourite recorder, which is called Rolling Sampler, which is worth every penny. Here it is. It allows you to record whatever's going into it. Basically, it's pretty amazing. So if you just solo, Ableton allows this anyway, right? But wait, we need more volume. Whoops. We got it yet? Okay. We are now sampled Cyclop, which is do you know what? They've probably got a sampling thing built in. I just thought of that now. We go in here. You can also roll the dice as well. Drag from here to play the notes as a WAV. Yeah, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So if I drag that here, what does that look like? Exactly the same. It's even got it at the same volume as me. That way, I just quickly dialed that in. Did it? Eminem. I will listen to that, Leon, later. There's a few actually I need to listen to. So, But yeah, I think you've got to specify if you want feedback. I think I probably won't give feedback unless it's in the feedback hashtag, or I'm asked a question about what do you think of this, or what needs improving, you know, that kind of thing, where it's obvious you're seeking production engineering feedback, because, you know, there's the art and then there's the edit art like thing, and all that is like music production to me. So I might have tips. Like, my friend was asking the other day about his track, and he said, what do you think? And I was giving some, you know, sound engineering tips a little bit, but they're kind of like artistic. Like, I would say I would do this, you know, maybe try layering that sound, and, you know, all these things. It feels like they are like things that solve problems, so they're like engineering things. But I guess engineering is how you do it. Anyway, right, if I can go on forever talking about music production. Ask me anyway. That's the way to get, if you want me to give feedback. So this sound, mute that. We're going to use this. Whoops. Yeah, that sounds nice and loud now. We're going to get another tool out of my box, which is the lovely, but doesn't work, and is full of bugs, and Ableton still haven't fixed it. What's it called? Wait, where's it gone? User library. Grain scanner. So you could use any grain synth for this, but grain scanner, I think it can do 128 grains. I've not seen any other grain sampler able to do so many grains. It's really good for creating like really big pads. Gotta say that the waveform it's because it's 150% scaled window screen I've got, and it thinks the screen, I don't know, it just doesn't display the waveform properly. That's just one of the bugs. Just turn velocity off. And oh, it has built-in reverb. It has a reverb on by default, which is kind of inspiring as well. This plug, Babylonia. This plugin is called Grain Scanner, and what it does is it plays, provided the scan. It basically plays little bits of a sample over and over again. So it loops them, tiny fragments. It loops any part of a sample, but like a very short slice, depending on your duration. So if I set this to 0, whoops, you can hear it do 80 milliseconds of a sample there. And as I increase it, it does long. So not very useful at this point. It's just like any sampler where you can adjust the loop. But when you start using scan, oops, here's that. I completed the jigsaw. We can continue. Scran again. I said scran. I would eat this if I could, to be fair. Scans the start position, so it moves along. And it starts at the beginning again. So let's put it on 100%. And let's shorten this so you can really hear the effect. Does that make sense? So the fun doesn't stop there. Next thing you can do is layers. So it's got one layer at the moment. It's just one loop playing at a time. This can go all the way up to 128. Won't have it that high for the moment. Let's have it at 44-ish. And let's turn it down a bit. Sounds horrible because they're all being played at the same pitch. So what you can do is change the pitch so that this is like random, how far random you want to go. See, now it's playing like 0.5, 0.5, no, 0.05 cents. Oh, is that a cent? No, that's a cent. 5 cents random for each of those 44 samples. So it sounds a bit richer now. Let's go a bit wider. And even wider still. And it should start sounding quite noisy. Or what was that artifact? This is why this buggy, I can't get rid of it. It sometimes throws up crazy surprises. Okay, that's really weird. And you can automate these bits. Let's just choose like almost a semitone. And then you can do the same random thing with the amount of layers and the duration. So you can get introduce even more randomness and noise into it. So let's put this to 0 again, the pitch, and do the duration. So you can hear different durations there. And the layers. Yeah, sounds real weird. Right. The next thing you can do is so that I was just pressing the key E. And here's an E an octave down. And another octave down. And an octave higher. So you can so C D E. No, sorry, C E G. And you can kind of hear a tone there still. But what you can do is keyboard follow the duration, so you can basically play it tuned the distance. It's just another way to tune. Also, if you don't like where it starts, you can change start position. I'm going to change it so the position is where not melody, there's like some beefy frequencies here, which can be like more tuned and played. I don't know if I'm actually gonna play this as a melody, but and let's put the layers up to max. So apparently that is it says it there, number of overlapped grain streams, which is more than any on the market. I haven't seen. I suppose you could use 2 if you've got the phase plant one, or grain scanner, which is built into Ableton, grain scanner 3. Not a grain scanner. What's it called? Grain. Granulator 3. I'll show you what it sounds like. It's the latest granulator. And it only does 40, is it? 40. Let's do some similar settings. So position at the start. Oh no, position there with the length. Alright, it works in a bit different way. You can do key follow though. Let's do pitch would be, let's pitch randomness. That doesn't, I actually don't know how to do the basically randomize the pitch of each individual grain. I know there's a way of doing it. Maybe it's variation. Oh, hang on, there's only one grain, that's why it sounds terrible. Right, so grains 100? No, that's not right. Oh, sorry, yeah, it has to be in cloud mode. Here we go. Sounds terrible. Density 20. Why does it sound so bloody awful? Totally different sounds. It sounds, every time I've played with this, actually even this sounds different to the phase plant one. It's got like a sub going on in there. Miles, thank you. Set of drum loops, thanks very much. Logic is for composition. Logic does look good actually in for composition. Ableton SEM separator, yes it does. Yeah, you can. It automates it for you. Yeah, you just press render and then choose like tracks. Just control that. Oh no, maybe not control that. Is the? I can't actually think of what the render button is right now because my left hand is on the keyboard and I don't know what's going on. Render, file, export, Control Shift R, that was it. Yeah, render track, all individual tracks. That's another reason why I put reverb on my individual tracks rather than send, even though you can render a send as well, as far as I know. Yeah, so that's weird as well, isn't it? I can't get it to sound like this though. It has got a reverb on it, but can we use this sound? I think we should try. It's not soft like I wanted though. Maybe I should bounce it again because this is how I made a whole album with grain scanner. It was a big part of the sound design for it. So I'm gonna record just this sound and then save it. So I've got it for later. Especially that bit. Yeah. I'm having that. Put that there. I'm going to put this in my sample pack that will never be ever finished. I'm going to put it in atmosphere grains. That's why I made that folder, because don't do that. Why would it do that? I drag a WAV into there and it's just done. It always does this weird sample. Anyway, it's in there. If FL Studio cheated on Logic with Cubase. Cubase for orchestra. Pro Tools for mastering. I've too often make the mistake, and I know it's a mistake, to actually master while the project is open. You know, like just load projects and just stick stuff in the master bus, because you don't get enough separation, do you? But on the other hand, if a snare is too loud, just go back and fix it in the mix, right? Oh, Audacity, right. I've not tried on mastering in Audacity. Do you use the actual Audacity plugins, or do you use VSTs? Right, this sound now. Let's choose the best bits. Whoa. What if we turn it around with a bit of reverse reverb as well? Keyboard. Whenever I've used this, I should filter this out, but whenever I've used this kind of sound design technique using grains, and it's got lots of nice sounding high frequency content, it's always, when you take it away, it sounds really dry afterwards, like this. So don't know what to do. Just could start with it filtered. Don't know where to go from here, so it'd be a good intro, I suppose. Let's edit this. Don't know what I'm doing. Oh, dub. I mean, what could come after a drop here? Not even using those, look. Just tuned wrong. That's what I want. We all want the whoops. So let's put all our used tracks at the top because it's already getting a bit confusing. How did that happen? Alright, that was weird. I pressed Windows D, I think. It just went to the desktop. Instead of Control D. So, I'm thinking now I've filtered, because I've filtered some of the high end, I should have. No, should I? Soft music. This is meant to be soft music. It's already gone a bit harsh on it with that. That's not a gentle. There's some like scary machine going on. I think it wants to be this though. So I'm going to continue with it like this. Bum, bum. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to stop putting wobs in. Wobs. I mean, I could do a build up instead. Do the hard bit first. Ah, ganja man. I wish I knew some Jamaicans to just reel off some Jamaican. Jar. Yeah, I love jungle, but I can't do jungle lyrics. Barely do English lyrics. Serum? Yes. Mom. 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 Can you get in the lane, please? Certainly, sir. Thank you. I want AI integrated into Ableton so I can just like have a conversation with it and just ask it to help me do things. That'd be handy. An hour and 18 minutes. I don't know, I've been producing for like 20 years. 20 plus years now. It's longer than that. Right. Can you hear that aliasing, or is that just me? I started. Oof, I can't remember what age. I was a teenager. Possibly. But it depends where, because my music making journey began with a keyboard, but really, but why? I think when I found out what a tracker could do, because I had Fast Tracker 2, which was free on a magazine, and it had some demo songs of like, and some of them were like dance music, and I was listening to happy hardcore, old school hardcore on the radio, and I loved it. I didn't know what this strange phenomenon was. And I realized that with this tool I could make what I was hearing, this breakbeat and strange rave stabby sounds. No idea that there was this whole rave world out there. So yeah, I was like, I want to make stuff that sounds like this. And here's a tool that lets you do it, And then went on from there to use MIDI stuff because what you can't do in a tracker is, the trackers are really good at doing handling samples, but if you want to play synth the things with a piano, then you need kind of a MIDI. You need to introduce MIDI, don't you, into a studio. So yeah, I started because I loved old school hardcore, and then what became happy hardcore, and then D&B. I became like a D&B producer with barely any releases, but there's I've self-released a load of stuff. It's all up there, but I've not really done any since going 140. I've done some. I'm going to go back to D&B for sure, but I'm still playing around in 140 at the moment. Bass. Should we get a womp going? I need to go and look at some more tutorials for womps to see how people are coming up with womps. I've called it a heavy womp because they all have different characteristics. You could probably divide the archetype, the womp, wub archetype. There's probably different kinds of types of wub within it. So whoopies. Wobbage, my friend said on Friday. Outside, we were just catching up. He said something about there being some serious wobbage here, and I'm like, yes, that's what is going on inside there. $100 a month. Adobe. They didn't Adobe buy out. So there's this really cool, and it was really fucking amazing audio editor that doesn't exist anymore, called Cool Edit, and you could do pretty much everything with it. Not multi-track though. I don't think it was multi-track. Someone bought them out. I don't know if it was Adobe, and turn it into Adobe Audition. I think it exists as Adobe Audition now. But there's one thing you could do in it. You could create binaural beats, and it gave you a tutorial in the help file to create brown noise and stereo brown. Oh no, wait, mono brown noise. But then you encode slight pitch difference on the left and right at different frequencies, and then you write a program that starts off at like theta, like 15 hertz, where you might awake brainwaves so you can sync into it, and then slowly ramp down to a slower binaural beat. You have to use stereo headphones for it to work, and eventually you go into like a beta and alpha, so you can like bring on a sleep state in your head. Very is really trippy. It's like, I made this program. There's a few different programs you could make. I say program, you didn't have to type anything. It was just, you just generate sections of noise and run them in sequence. Yeah, and it's amazing. It's like changing your state of mind, state of perception using binaural beats. There's like things that were on the market to do with tones, so like just constant sine wave tones, but they kind of hurt your ears. It's not comfortable. But when it's brown noise, it's the noise of like waterfalls in the distance, so it's really nice noise. It's like the perfect thing to do binaural beats. I know people have done it with music as well. Like you get probably on lots of calming down apps on everywhere. It was probably like there's some binaural beat programs there. And then there's what's the other one? I think I'm sure Boards of Canada have used that binaural programming stuff. I've heard it on a few of their tunes. You can hear there's a noise, there's quite a noisy sample playing, and there's this, but it's like a really rapid brainwave one. So I wonder if that has an effect on your psyche, while it's playing, because Boards of Canada does exploit some some strange effects, doesn't it, with its sounds. How are these called? So binaural beats, you have to like create a ramp that slows the oscillation of the binaural beats over time, and you don't want it to go too fast. But yeah, if you make it, if you program them yourself, you can like tailor it to, you know, you can see what works. I followed this sort of like go into deep, like meditative state kind of thing where it goes down to like 3 hertz or 2 hertz, and when it gets there, you feel like something's changed. It's really weird. But yeah, it only works through headphones. And I think I created one which had a really long, once you're in a meditative state, a really long one. And then at the end of it, you want to do a ramp back up again. So the frequency slowly increases and brings you back into being awake, into being like back to how the brainwave frequency that you started at. The mad thing is, right, brainwaves are an actual thing. They're not just like, you know, like frequencies. People talk about frequencies in the body and resonant frequencies and all this, and loads of it is just kind of like bullshit. But brainwaves are an actual, your brain runs at a frequency. Like right now, we'll all be at slightly different ones, but when you're alert, you're in sort of a range. Your brain will be working at this sort of speed, and obviously when you're asleep, these waves are a lot slower, and that's how you can tell. Oh, and that's how they tell someone's actually asleep and what state of sleep they're in. When they do sleep experiments, they put electrodes on your brain, and they can see it's going slower, and it means you're in a certain type of sleep. So it's fucking well interesting. But I haven't seen that in any other audio editor. It's a very powerful tool. I wonder why it doesn't exist and I wonder why it's not easy to do even now. Maybe it is. I think maybe it's because to make a program, it's got steps. You have to follow instructions to make it. But yeah, so yeah, you want it to slow down to bring you down to this level, to this like relaxed state, and then go deeper into like almost a dream state, but you're not having to do it. You know, you do it with binaural beats instead of waiting for yourself to fall asleep. That's it. Plug in, yeah. I'm thinking that Boards of Canada have had Cool Edit. They read the same thing, and they were like, we have to fucking, half the people are going to be listening to this in headphones. Let's send them into a deep trance, or like an awake trance, because it's like, if your brain synchronizes to binaural beats in brown noise, and it's just 15 hertz for constantly the whole thing, which I think one of their tracks sounds like it is. I can't remember which one it is. It's I know which one it is. Ding, 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 ding. Alpha and Omega. I think it's that one. And it's got this sort of like kid baby noise in the background. It's like a child noise going, where? And that sounds like it's like quite fast. It's like, oh, it's changing. Maybe it changes, but yeah, Alpha and Omega, yeah. But like I say, there's probably more than just one Buzz Canada tune that does like weird psychoacoustic things. Because that seems to be what they're all about in it. Or they definitely exploit that kind of as those kinds of things with like old samples. I just say orange sometimes. Like I'm just walking around and I'm just busy doing stuff throughout my day randomly, and then I'll just go orange. It's nice, isn't it, to have that? Yeah, that's right. Just never ending. I love Boards of Canada so much. It just I try and put that vibe sometimes, but it's very slow. They're like a lot of their tunes are so slow and so sample rich as well. And because I haven't used many samples in the past. You can't do Boards of Canada unless you've got this rich tapestry of sampled obscure things that have been lost into history on like tape. That's what that sound is, isn't it? Orange. I don't think I would at a funeral. Well, if someone like, oh, maybe that should be like my funeral tune. Yeah, it's like, actually, what's it called? I can't remember the name of the tune now. Can you? Oh, I'm just thinking of Alpha and Omega. That's all I can think of right now. I'd be okay with people saying that at my funeral. Vinyls and tapes. How many stems tracks one of your songs normally have? There were some of them like 40. Yeah. I did have a template with over 100 tracks in it, but it was so slow to load and save it. Oh, it's Aquarius, thank you. We're in the age of Aquarius now, apparently. Just at the beginning of it. It's like 1,000 years long or something? Can't remember and who made up this? Who made up this thing that this is the age of Aquarius when it started? It sounds like it could be real, but no, what is definitely real is brainwaves and the fact that you can synchronize your brainwaves with binaural beats using brown noise. Using music and stuff, you're not going to get the same effect. You're going to be distracted by the music. But if you just use brown noise, highly recommend it. If you're into sort of like exploring what the mind can do and controlling it with technology, yeah. But I need to read about the actual tech. I think it might be as easy as yeah, probably is a plugin. There's probably a plugin that it basically like a chorus, and it just puts it. You start with a mono sound, but it left and right, it changes the pitch up for one and pitch down for the other, and then does it the other way around. So they go back in sync every time you repeat the cycle. And then that cycle is the speed. So if it's at 15 hertz, that's like theta. So yeah, there probably is. There's probably a Max for Live. Let's have a look. That makes it that easy that you can actually automate, and then so you don't need Cool Edit. Max for Live. What am I doing? Binaural. Oh, binaural might mean something else. See, there's a sine tone generator. You don't want that. It sounds rubbish. But do listen if you are interested. Do listen to it because you can hear what it's trying to do. Smoothly automate the difference control. Delta. There we go. That might work. Yeah, and then just feed brown noise into it. Binaural beat session. In effect, bring the listener's brainwaves down from alpha to theta. I forget which way around it is. The sleep ones are like got a name. I can do that with this tool, but there is no all. So I have to automate that control. Bit tedious, blah blah blah. Yeah, I might try this. But what you want to do is kind of follow a program. There's probably get the Cool Edit help file if nothing else. There's probably like loads of papers written on it to do something that brings you down to like 3 hertz and stay at 3 hertz for half an hour and then come back up again. and see what see what see what happens to your brain. Magic, right? Brown noise, yeah. Brown noise is that beautiful. Sounds like waterfalls and wind in tall trees, gentle breeze. It's the ideal sound if you want to relax. Boom, boom. Don't know if this is what it wants to be though. Just the first two. Interesting. That's going really minimal now. What about the second two? Oh no. Boom, boom. It's mad. Yeah, there's loads. Yeah, don't know why I didn't think of that. Don't know what to do after it now. It's still breathing like here. Still going. But yeah, that's it. Minimal is good. Reverse. Flip it and reverse it. Best way to do that would be duplicate, fleas and flatten, reverse. Thanks for standing the roses, Steve. Oh, he's gone again. Reverse some stinging bass after the singing bass after the main, some automation on the filter. Okay. But no hats, yeah, yep. Yep. Let's reverse. Cancel. To get off, like, I know it's 1 o'clock now. I should probably go in. I'm going to go in 25 minutes actually. Do that one. Glitches, you say. Ooh, cancel, undo. Put it on texture. And then double the length. I see the only trouble with using on a bass is that bass does not work well with time stretch. Get crazy phasing unless it's like that. Might work. Something there. We could try that. Johnny Boy. I get called Johnny Boy by my peers. Yeah. Johnny Boy John. That's what they call me. They don't come in here. Are you off, Sexter? Take care, bro. Whoa. How are we getting that mouse tracking? This is OBS Zoom to Mouse. I've made a tutorial on how to do it on TikTok and YouTube. What if we have some reverse? Wait, let me just read these. Be live soon. Not on the weekend, yeah. I do sometimes do weekends. It's a different vibe. But yeah, usually weeknights when I can. Can't always do it. It's hard. Oh yeah, you're right. Need a nice snap sounding snare with it. Oh yeah, reverb. I should go reverb. Can't see nothing. Oh crikey. Oh. OBS. I need to turn something off in OBS because it keeps deactivating the output thing. Thanks for letting me know. I'm sure you did. I think you did last time, didn't you? OBS died. Stream is tweeting. Yeah, that's big. I need to. This it always happens because if I bring OBS into focus, and then press space, and that's the last button I press. So if I press space bar, it just turns it off. It's no good, is it? It's not when you're using Ableton and you always use the space bar. Yippee. We're back. Heavy reverb on the snare. Yeah, no, you're right there. Because yeah, it is kind of like a dubstep sound in it, so we should. Also, this is, there might be a better snare in there because we've got, where's the one? Let's go through. I kind of color coded the interesting ones. Slice 42. No. We did some reversing, that's why. Scott, thank you for your suggestions there. I'm going to follow you. Thank you, I'll follow you back. Have a good dream. I hope you have a good dream. I hope I have a good dream as well. Followed. Thanks for following, Scott. Yeah. Tweaks. This got wonky. Hard hitting. Lay 2 snares. So I'm going to put this wide reverb on. Which reverb should we use here? Because I never know for sure. I've got my go-tos, and I feel like I don't. How do you test if a reverb is good? I always mono them and then don't take them out of mono until maybe the end, until the mixing stage. Convolution, yeah, but what room would you choose? I'm paralyzed by as much choice. My go-to, right, is Valhalla room, because you can, on its really short setting, it really does sound like, it sounds like the early reflections are so dense, it sounds like it's actually in a room. But it can also go longer, and it's got this kind of constant, there's no gap, or even MPX Lexicon reverb. If you send a transient into it, you'll hear these. You'll hear it, the limits of the reverb. You'll hear it like tick off of a few delays. It's basically, and it's trying to simulate a room, but it's an old reverb. Like, I'm not technically old. Yeah, and then Convolution got around that by actually it was, playing back the audio you put into it and all the reflections that have been recorded in a room. And it kind of takes up a lot of CPU, but it doesn't anymore because everyone's got a powerful CPU. But Valhalla room kind of, it's got this smooth, but its controls are a bit limited. I wish it had a stereo. It does have a high cut and a low cut, which is very useful. You can make your own ARs, yeah. I mean, what would you suggest? Hang on a minute, let's go back up. Reverse snare, shit. You might need a reverse snare before the hit with a little riser. Before every single snare, or just the first snare? But not like a static reverb. Turn up the wet during automation. Oh yeah, so that you get really dry. You get the dry snare. You get only the dry snare, and then the wet comes in. I do that, but does pre-delay do that? Anyway, doesn't. It should do that, shouldn't it? But yeah, after the snare hits, and Valhalla, it is though. Valhalla's mint. How do you stream from computer to TikTok? It's OBS, Open Broadcast System, freeware, amazing freeware. and the plugin is called OBS Zoom to Mouse. And then output to TikTok Studio from OBS with a virtual webcam, which is also built into OBS. Automate H Reverb. I have not tried H Reverb, although it does look and it's really good. I think I did try it once actually. So you can make your own IRs, yeah. I would have done one by now in a room, but I don't know which room to try. Have it go up and down after snare hits. Okay, let's do that. I know how to do that quite easily with. Let's use an LFO to do it because it's a good start. LFO map to the mix. Got triplets now. There's a sample as well. Effect. Pre-delay only delays the reverb, not the dry. H reverb into H delay. H delay, yeah. I also tried Timeless, the Fab Filter delay, and that's kind of like they've made it sound really organic because it's like constantly like shaking. You'd see it's got a visual representation of the delay points over time. Yeah, I need to get that. Try all of them. Not gonna lie, I don't mean that. Just pretty creative. Right. Well, you did say Miles to use automation, and I was like, I mean, were you saying like ramp it up? So it's just like after every snare it goes. I'm gonna have to try that too because I don't think I have gone this precise with them, you know. Right, bring it down. Like that, you mean? But yeah, James, convolution. What would you put a weird sample in convolution, and if so, what would it be? Apart from, like another snare? Like, would you put the same snare? Rhythmic top layer reverb to contrast. Oh, a swell. Oh, do you know what is a good plugin? I got Convolution, MB Convolution by Melder, and it allows you to do this in the actual plugin. It can do things other convolution reverbs can't do. And I'm still trying to find out if that's, I mean, good for sound design, which is what my music production involves, is sound like, you know, electronic music that sounds different. Ramp it down quickly. Okay. I mean, that might be too long a A reverb anyway, you know. Sounds like it's breathing now, doesn't it? It's definitely unusual. And with the LFO as well? Or does it override it? Yeah, it does. No. Okay, so what was that question again? Sorry, my TikTok bugged. Oh, that's turned off. Okay, turning the LFO on turns off the automation. Damn it. It's okay. We can't have both, apparently. Oh no, we can. We can. The question was, James, what sample would you load into convolution, or would you just use any convolution? Or would you throw in an unusual sample into it? Let's get convolution loaded. Convolution. Where the freak is it? It's called hybrid, that's why. Hybrid. Where's H? Come on, alphabet brain. A, B, there it is. Alpha variation. Can you not do this by reversing? Oh yeah, reversing might sound interesting as well, yeah. Yeah. Because it does kind of sound like that, doesn't it? A bit gentler than that. I don't know, it's like a different shape than reversing. Maybe if you did that, it would sound like a bit reverse. That sounds good. You mean this? Do you mean that? That's because the attack, that doesn't really make sense, short attack, because it's like a slow attack. Oh right, so like, okay, maybe like that. Wait. It's good though, because it definitely gives that snare, the dry bit, and plenty of time to be it dry. Yeah. So should we add the second reverb, because that will kind of ruin what we've done now. Automate every other snare. Aha! Let's try that as well. Like that. But instead of just the default early reflections, let's put some weird shizzle in it. Let's put this. Or should we put that sound in? I'm gonna save it. Let's put this strange sound that we made in here as a reverb. Is it going to crash? 20 seconds. Right, you ready? It's very long. Good though. Especially if that's only turned on every other snare. Should we just shorten it? So, what hybrid reverb in Ableton doesn't have is a way of changing the waveform. You'd have to edit the wave you want to drop in first, which is no big deal. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's on Hall. Wait. Yeah, it still sounds weird. Let me show you Melder Pro. No, what's it called? Convolution MB. So it's like a multi-band reverb if you want it to be. I've actually forgotten how to make it multi-band. I don't actually know. There's a way of doing it. Anyway, you can do some magic within this. So let's drag in. Let's drag this in, see if it works. Don't think it's working. No, you can't actually bleed and do it. I'm sure there is a way, and I just don't know this well enough. Waveform. I know you can add it through here, but I don't want to add it through here. I just want to drag and drop it. Custom path. I don't want to find it like that. Anyway, right, I'll skip that bit because it didn't do it as easy as I thought it would. And I'll just use this. So we can tune it with this. I'll put it before Valhalla Room. Not sure what I'm doing here. Every other snare. Okay, so why is it doing that? When I turn that on, it's still resonating, like it's never stopped. Okay, no, it's working out. So, on for that. And change the mix automation. We start that at 0 as well, and then ramp up. I just forget that it can do that. You can stretch automation as well. That's before Valhalla. Let's put it back after again. It's not much difference really. Whoop, whoop. Now I don't know what to do next now. The loop has become a loop. It sounds good. With the snare. Let's see. So that the bass, there's now no bass playing when there's a snare, apart from this bit. So from the beginning. Sounds good. That's the badger. That's the badger I was looking for. Some great suggestions here, everyone. Thank you. Gonna need 5%. The glitched out wob, yeah. Oh, I mean, you know what I mean. If it made some money, just, it's a bit late then, isn't it? But no, I'm an honest person. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, no, I would be the same though. I'd be happy to give away. Like, if this roles were reversed, I'd be like, yeah, do this, and it became the thing on the track. Yeah, that's when you wish you'd written down a contract before the start of it. But that fucks creativity up though. If we were to be like, yeah, let's I'll send you a form now, and for 5%, and but then you might say something that takes up to 10%. But it's weird though, because if there was a way, I'd happily like split it, yeah, quit if it was easy to do. But you know, the chances of it getting more than like 50 cents in its lifetime at this point is so low that, you know, I'll just buy you a beer and you'll instantly have way more money than you ever would have got from it. I will buy you a beer for sure. The hat's on the drop. Let's have a look again. gets 4 million views on YouTube, it should get thousands. So then that's when you'd be like messaging me, wouldn't it? That would be like when you're saying, do you know when I joked about 5% because you added that wob? I'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, no. And you'd say, well, here's the live stream link because it's on YouTube of you actually saying it. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But I would be happy to. Do you know what I mean? If you literally the evidence is here that who if you have suggested something, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I've thought about this. Yeah. I want, if you've contributed something that makes this track what it is, whatever track I'm working on, and it did make big money, yeah, just and we're both fair people, you know, like 5% isn't a a lot to ask for, is it? It's yeah. Thing is though, if there are 5 people in the chat and they've all said something that contributes 5%, that's only 25%. I'm still happy. Like, maybe I can't buy the house as quick, but it's fair, isn't it? That's how it works. Oh, someone called Harley. Oh, we're friends. Sorry, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not. I can't do that. I bet it'll be good, but no, I can't. Someone just invited me on TikTok to join their lives, but I'm not into it. I just don't. Well, I've never tried it, but I don't want to. I just want to do this for now. It's not about the money. No, it's not. It's not. But like I say, if I did release something that made me a shit ton of money, and one of you really did do something that was a significant part of the track, I would be happy to give it away, and I know a lot of people wouldn't. And the evidence is here because this goes onto YouTube, so anyone can just go back on and say, look, this is you could prove to our peers that your sound really made a difference, that amount of difference in the track, you know, and it could just be a 5%, 10%, you know. This song's only 16%, really, with 4 million. Yeah, you would do, because 4 million it's like between $2,000 and $3,000, isn't it, per million streams? Napalm, how long have you been making music? Make more money gigging, yeah. 13 years, wow, okay, nice. And you've had big streaming numbers. That's awesome, mate. Well done. What kind of music do you make? Love this hobby. Yeah, me too. I've made a bit more than zero, but it's only it's like it's not you know, virtually nothing. No, it's almost not worth the time setting up the bank and the tax in fucking DistroKid, filling in that tax form. Whoa, nice one, Napalm. Well done. So yeah, we have a loop going on now. That sounds kind of good. What shall we do with it next? Well, how should we arrange this bad boy? Mute the WAV. What this? Oh. Snares disappeared. We want the automation to carry over, so we need to untick that. Duplicating is. Frequency reference on the top right. This thing. The sampler thing. Rolling sampler. Oh, this is Ableton Live 12 that just like appeared. It's kind of good just having a button that takes you straight to the audio device, because I am actually switching between stuff more often, especially if I need to use this mic in Ableton. I could be heard on a live stream and record into Ableton at the same time, so it's good to be able to do it quick. Switch around. Cracked 11, yeah. We all have to start somewhere. But yeah. I'll just say that I bought Live 12. That's what I did. What happened before that? I had Ableton. I did. Since Live 9 or 10, I can't remember. Or 8, no, it was 8. Live 8, I remember it. It's pretty good. Oh, G. See, I'm new. I hadn't heard of Gmail until someone came on live, on this live saying it. But my go-to is Audio Z. .download. That's the URL. It's a bit of a community. There's some good commenters on there. Oh, I bet that has it as well. Piracy. Reddit's just the fucking cornerstone of the internet, isn't it, really? Audio's in Dbrid. Not heard of Dbrid. Dbridge. Not Dbridge either. Wait. Can't spell. The end of Audio's and Dbrid, yeah. Let's go on Audio Sex to see what's going on. No idea. No links. But that's cool. Someone wants to invite me to co-host. I really don't want to. Thank you, but no thanks. I'm sure it would be amazing and everything. Oh man, Manny's gone again. People send me gifts and I just don't fucking notice until later. I'm very grateful for gifts, but I don't see them. I don't know why. I don't know how people do see them normally. It's probably because of my setup. Premium download. Oh, right. Oh. Because you have to wait a long time if you don't have premium download, yeah. Analog Lab. What invite? Yeah, he does really want that invite. I don't know who it is. Like I might have seen his stuff, but um, can you give feedback? He's probably just invited because I think I've never used it, but it looks like you just press add. You do a multi-host thing and then you just add, and then probably just scroll through all your friends and followers to just pick it randomly. Just invite everyone. Feedback on your tune. See, this is at the point where I don't quite want to stop making this yet to listen because if I listen to yours, Camja CDJ, I would have to listen to everyone who's sent to my Discord. If you want feedback, and you don't want it right now, because I can't really give it right now, go on my Discord and leave it in feedback, and I'll give it feedback. And some of the other members of the server might give feedback too, because we're all at different levels here and we've all got different ideas of making music, and it's really good. So right now, if you wanted me to do it on a live, right now is not. You're unlucky today, but you can get lucky, because sometimes I do just do like listening. I start a session and it doesn't go anywhere quick enough, and then everyone's like, "Can you listen to my tune?" And I'm like, "Okay, let's have just a quick listen." But right now, I'm still seeing what I can do with this before I go to bed. Actually, I was meant to go to bed 15 minutes ago. 5 more minutes I've got. The clock is ticking. See, this is what happens. This is why I'm always fucking tired, yeah? It gets to this time, I've already overrun, and then someone says, "Can you give feedback on my tune?" And I'm like, I'd love to give feedback on someone's tune. I'd love to hear, like, what even genre is it, or what level you're at, and I just want to know and hear, and I'll get really curious at this time, even though I should already be in bed. So tonight, no, I'm going to be sensible, because I'm sick of being tired. It's not enough hours in the day. Right. I'd love to, Camja. Please, either wait for me to come on live stream again, and you have to be lucky, or go on my Discord, which is in my link tree, Discord link. Go on the server there and posting feedback. And I'll get back to you. Most lives on here are a bit mental. Small Fry Stephen. Yeah, saying how it is. Yeah. I mean, it is though. It is. It's good though. There's nothing is fixed. Everything is waves. What was going to add to this bit now? What was it? See, this is it. I've forgotten. I was too busy chatting. Yeah, it sounds like that should be on the last two, actually. Okay, that's good. Laser sounds. It was something along those lines. Okay, I've got an idea for a blip. Heavy side chain on the atmosphere and oh yeah, no, yeah, that is a good, yeah. I think that needs doing. I'm almost prepared to go by the end of the tune, if this gets finished, which I might do. I'm liking this tune so far. Maybe everything should go silent for the this, especially the snare transient, but also the kick transient. Yeah, everything completely zeros, and just the clean transient. I know Skrillex has done that. I know that a few producers have started. There was the one story which is, you add all your master processing on, bounce the WAV, bring it back into a project with just the kick and the snare, and dip the entire WAV to zeros whenever there's a kick and a snare transient, and just have and that way you get the perfect transient as it was, without any clipping on it or any of the master processes you put on. There's obviously a way of doing it without bouncing it to WAV, but yeah, it's how you get definitely, absolutely the clearest transients possible. And I kind of do it like with, I do sidechaining to zero from a transient sometimes, but not always. But still, even if I do it to zero, and I then put the whole signal goes through them, it then goes through the master chains, which might have a clipper on it or a limiter. And as soon as you put it through one of those two, it's going to change the something about the transient. It's going to change the way it transitions. So yeah, this is like an absolute pure way of doing it, but it's extra steps, and I think you've got to really see by the time you've mixed it and you're at that stage where you think, should I do that transient thing, right at the end of you're about to send it, like right at the end, you go, I really like this tune. I've heard it over weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I still like it. But now now it is worth spending extra time putting those transients in. So I didn't do that for this time around. I could still do it for the 11 tunes that I've just made since October. But they'd have to be the best tunes, and then I wouldn't release the rest of the other ones. I want to release all of them. That's 10 that finished out of 40 that started. So I don't know what to do yet, because I wanted to release them as singles, but some of them are way better than others. And I don't know if by releasing them each one of singles every month or every 2 weeks would be good or not good strategy for self-releasing. Too many. Drake. Yeah. Is Drake like, I'm not that familiar with rappers, but I seem to remember hearing something about Drake that was not necessarily good. I should know. Not everyone is a pedo, so I don't know if he is. But there was someone might be, and it might not be Drake. I can't remember. That's how much I know about the world of words. The world of words, yeah. But it sounds like that's how you make money, Napalm, by getting rappers on your music. So it could happen. I think I'd go for singing, to be fair. Hell no. Wait. If you set up your sessions for sidechain, and that Skrillex sidechain is easy to get. Oh yeah, group the drums. Yeah, so send everything to a bus. No, group everything. And then send, oh no, you can do it within one. You can do it within the master, can't you? So everything gets sent to one group. And the drums also get sent to a separate group, but you use envelopes to subtract from the everything group and to take away the tail of everything except the transients of just the kick and snare. I did see someone do it and I was like, yeah. So it's just a group. And then you just tweak the release of the transient to sort of taste, really. It would be very interesting. Kendrick outed him. Oh, yeah, that was it. Thank you. Yeah. He's not like us. I don't know that. Blips. That's what I'm going to do before I go to bed. I've got 5 minutes to do blips. Keep adding on time. That will be good for you. Blips. Quick blips with serum. Let's see what happened on Discord. Mile 5. Everyone's got different names. Not confusing at all. Let's try and decode and guess. Kamja, is that you? Mile 5. Craft culture. Okay. Oops. Snare. It's got a snare in this room. Well, it is a studio, isn't it? It's my. I call it the office because people don't take me. I can't take myself seriously. This right now, this is my studio, but to everyone else, it's the office. It's the house office because it's got a desk in it. Forget all the speakers and the microphones. Did you? Oh, comes from Nano. Okay, let's just have a quick listen. Miles. Oh, this is you, Mile. Mile 5. Miles. The penny is dropped. Oh shit, is this it? iCloud. I bet that would sound good with a snare in it. Ooh. Whoa. The iCloud link, right? Let's get it. That's a nice clean interface, isn't it? I've not downloaded anything from iCloud for a long time. It's got to go in the correct folder. Samples, but which is the correct folder? It's got to go in either the internet or don't really know. It's not in collabs, is it? No. Because right. I think it's got to go on the internet. It depends what they are. Are they yours? Are they your samples? Booklet easel. Oh, okay, right. So yeah, I think they'll go in that in there. That's probably best in there because drag this out here. That's weird. Reddit, yeah, Reddit is good for that. That's it. Hack now. Do. Oh shit. Okay, that's a lot of samples. Sick. Right. That. I should listen to samples more, because I do mine maybe too bright. I don't know. This one sounds like kind of muffled. Whoa. Muffled in a good way. Right, we need a delay on this. Or an echo. Delay or an echo. Yeah, reverse snare there as well. We don't want on effects too soon, do we? We'll leave it a bit. What about the end? This was always the thing, where to place lasers and blips. I end up having like 4 different lasers, and sometimes they move around. You know, you'd think that they should follow a convention of every time there's 8 bars or 4 bars. No, wait, 8. So 8 bars. Then your sound effects will occur at the same times, because they might work really well in that spot, but then they'll work well in another spot. So why not have a variation? But then, so every 16 bars, you've got a kind of a pattern there. And patterns are good, repetition is good, so you don't want too much variation. So I don't fucking know. I still don't know to this day. Without actually studying the best dance music out there and actually mapping where they've put the sound effects and how consistent it is as a loop and a pattern, compared to it just being whenever you could just, you know what, it probably no one will notice. Most people won't notice. 99% of people probably won't notice and will just dance and hear a laser and think, they won't even hear the laser. It will just sound good. So overthinking, possibly I'm overthinking about where. So these days I just kind of layer them about. They sound better in some places. You know what I mean? The difference. It sounds a bit more immediate there. What the fuck? I'm happy with it there, actually. Because it's not where I'd usually put it. Take the bass out. Take this. It's good. Should we pick another weird noise from the booklet? They are quite strange. I haven't got sounds. I've never made sounds like this. It sounds. It is analog, isn't it? That's why it sounds better than Serum. Serum has this sort of, when you make rapid sounds, rapidly oscillating, or rapidly modulating sounds like this, it's where Serum kind of tops out and you get this kind of fizzy aliasing. Like that sound would not sound as good if it was generated in Serum. I think Phase Plant might sound a bit better than Serum for stuff like this. But yeah, you can't beat analog. I do have one analog. I have an analog synth, but it's just a 303 emulator, so there's not enough oscillators there to do this kind of stuff. You can just tell that's analog. That's good. Korg R3, is it good for making sounds like that? Oh, looks like it is. Looks like there's lots of buttons. Wow, 149 quid for a SH101. It looks like an SH101 ripoff. Oh no, it's a Korg MS. Is it a Korg ripoff? I'm not sure. It looks like an a 101 with the layout. Should we get funky with this and do tones? Not tones. Repitch. Automation here. And then I'm going bad because my eyes are fucking hurting. This gain. Oh, don't want to do that. I want to show all envelopes and do. You can't repitch. That's one thing Cubase, when I moved from Cubase, I used to use the envelope. You could process any bit of audio with a pitch envelope, and you could either have it time stretch or literally pitch bend, but you'd have to draw in the curve. So if it's the sample would go faster if your curve was there, and then slower if your curve was lower. So you go wow, and you can't do that on Ableton. You just can't do it. There's no way of doing it at all. Actually, you can do it in the sampler because there's like a pitch envelope in there, but it's the pitch envelope in all the samplers that you can do it in don't have the amount of control that I would like. Yeah, because you could literally draw in any curve you wanted to into Cubase. And it was hard to move from Cubase because it doesn't have that. But they allow it. Yeah. That would be interesting to see if FL has it even. Pretty useful, yeah, for the Korg. So with this, see if I wanted to do a pitch envelope now down, so this slowed down, so it started fast and then goes. I can't do it without loading it in sampler. Actually, it's pretty straightforward because it's just. But I want to do something else. Anyway, I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to do it with complex instead. Transposition. Which doesn't sound as good. It's got aliasing because it's time stretching it now. But if we texture it, it might sound better. I'll do. I've already messed around too much. Right. Give it to colour. Final. Okay. That's so someone might have solved it. Because you'd want it to grab the. Oh, do you know what? I know what I might be able to do it is. I think I saw it done in. Oh, what's it called now? Cable Guy. Is it Cable Guys? No. No. It's that one where you can do envelopes. Like for shifter. Shape shifter. ISO to spell final. Yes. Free lo-fi plugin. Interesting. Yeah. Scratch percentage. Nice. Good suggestion. Right. Sounds really good, guys. Thanks for your contributions to this. I'm going to bounce it now and listen to it another day. Put it in the. I think it's got potential already at this point, but I won't know. It's easy to be deceived by the present moment and your ears and stuff, so I'm going to bounce it. Deuce. Can go in here. Say bounce this. See you later, small fry, Stephen. Thank you, Miles, for your samples and suggestions. Well done, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks. And and your reverbs things, yeah, that was great. The reverb automation. Yeah, James, thank you for the hybrid convolution idea. Yeah, great. We'll wait till you end. Yeah, my eyes hurt, so definitely gonna go. Oh, 6SDR, which is oh man, he's on YouTube there. Things Cyclone. What the fuck? A cyclone? Got a cyclone in down under. Fucking hell. What is it? Is it gonna come your way or what? Right, that's bounced. What do I need to do? While I'm still here, just while I wait for an answer from Vaders. Vaders is in Australia. And she's saying that there's a cyclone with a name. It must be a pretty serious cyclone. Category 3. Is that bad? Which part of Aussie are you in? Right, I'm gonna put this into the splurge category here. So it's called Nape Deuce. And we will listen to it in 7 days, and I'll put that on as well, just to prolong being here. Fuck you know, Brisbane, no way. Shit. It's pretty serious then, where you are. A week from now, give this a listen. Okie dokie. My eyes now hurt. do. More drums there. Wicked. 5. Let's quick Google it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna go. Lots of G's. Gold Coast. Brisbane, Alfred. Whoa, look at that. What is cyclone? All I know about is hurricanes. Is a cyclone like worse? No. Sounds bad. Well, extreme flooding. Yeah. Bloody hell. Well, 12-meter waves. Are there any surfers out there? $155km/h winds. Could bring in a cement castle. And that kind of sounds. Sounds hard and good. But a hill. And a hill. Good for flooding as well. Okay. Well, I hope it stays away from you and doesn't cause too much damage around stuff. But on that note, I'm gonna have to go because I've got to be up in the morning. I will be checking Alfred, checking on Vader's in the morning to see how you are. In a bit, guys. Cool. Hopefully you'll get on the Discord and tell us or something. Right. Any questions, let me know. In wherever is easy. Right. Take care, everyone. Good night. Or good day. Good day.